Aloha tribe, aloha. It is PinkBella from PinkBella Aloha Therapy. This is an Instagram live. It is Friday, March 23rd, 2018. I hope everyone is well. I have a little post or in between Equinox Gateway messages. So welcome everyone for popping in. If you have any questions or you want to share what's been happening with you, just type in the comments and I will look at those at the end. So whenever anyone comes online, fantastic. I'm also going to upload this video to YouTube and Facebook later. Okay. So I've got many downloads of things that have been going on with me, the themes this week. And my name is PinkBella from PinkBella Aloha Therapy. I am a blue illumined twin flame. My grid point is in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And I also am a starseed, a light worker, and I assist many of you, including myself, on the twin flame journey, on the starseed journey, soul mission, abundance, Akashic healing has been huge since January, and that's activating either your soul mission or it's releasing you from belief systems and patterns and collapsing timelines. And much of that can be tied up with the twin flame journey and our soul mission as well. So I pulled some cards yesterday, initially for myself and a few other souls that I know personally, and then I realized the messages were for the collective, so I wanted to share them all with you today. I pulled 2 messages for all divine feminines, 2 messages for the divine masculines, and then 2 for the overall energy of just like what's going on with this gateway, how's everyone doing, and what the differences are right now between the divine feminine and masculine, because there are key differences. This gateway I've been sharing has been the energy's been kicking my butt. I'm starting to feel a bit better, but it's a big gateway. It's a big deal. It's a lot of light code activations. It's a lot of timeline choosing on a soul level. That's for all souls. And this is a real big timeline split like there was in December. And also it's really started to become apparent during the solar eclipse. But I was also reminded today that for any of you who know of Dolores Cannon or you read any of her books, she's been talking about this and she was writing about this for years. She wrote many books and she spoke all around the world that we've been choosing our reality of either being on New Earth or not being on Earth consciously or unconsciously for years. And she did say that it was going to start to become more noticeable. So many of us did have our huge awakening around 2012, and then there's been so many of you that have woken up like so quickly since the solar eclipse last year in 2017. So just be really proud of yourself of how far you've come, okay? This is not an easy journey, and you're all doing great. Amazing. I want to thank everyone who's booked a session or reading. You are all amazing. I can't believe how far you've come along, since you've woken up and since you've gotten to that next level of consciousness. And this time right now is about everyone leveling up to the next level. So more soul mission, more abundance, more unions coming together or reconnecting, okay? So the main message that came forward for myself to all you beautiful twin flames or any soul that's been trying to get things going, patience is so important right now. Patience for yourself, patience for the journey, patience for knowing that everything is coming and that if things haven't manifested, so important to be in gratitude for everything you have. The universe wants to absolutely have confirmation that you are happy where you are, no matter what is going on, that you're happy, that you're in gratitude for everything you have. And even if you've met your twin and you're not with your twin, find a way to be in gratitude that you have connected with your twin or that you even have a twin manifested in the physical, because not everyone does. Some souls incarnated and their twin didn't incarnate. So, there are gifts in everything, and I was reminded about that. So absolutely be patient with yourself, be patient with your process, be patient for those of you who would like a sacred partner, a sacred union, a twin flame, whatever word you want to use it. And I know twin flame doesn't resonate with everyone. And I have been hearing more sacred unions, so I may be labeling my videos with that now too. But you all have specific abilities and gifts that you're bringing to the planet. And for some of you, the first puzzle pieces before that can happen is soul mission. That was my case, and that's for many of you. Some of you have been with your partners and things have split apart, so you could get on with your soul mission and so they could grow as well. Absolutely, patience. And that was one of the other messages that came through, okay? So let me just see. Just trying to figure out where I should start. I'm starting to have more energy from the physical symptoms, but still a large upper head rewrite downloads, like lots of energy coming in, and still fatigue, going to sleep early. But my energy did start to improve as of Thursday. But this is a big, like I said, it's a big gateway. And one question came forward as well, and this is true. Some of you may have, you're welcome. Hi, Twin Minds. Some of you may have been really triggered through this gateway. By triggers, I mean that you may have been emotionally high and then gone into lows and you know, peaks and valleys. And why is it? Why is it that when we go through some of these gateways, everyone is triggered? Males are triggered. Males or females are triggered. And I started getting my triggers long before I even knew about the gateways or understood about it. I had a really hard time during full moons and new moons. I would either be super depressed, I'd be crying. I just thought it was hormones for the longest time, not realizing that, especially if you're a twin and you haven't met your twin, or even if you had, and if you're not with them, when we go through these gateways and portals, you feel that excruciating separation at a very deep core level. It's like abandonment at a really deep level. So why is that? It's because oftentimes one twin or one partner is going through the gateway energetically before the other, and it feels like you're in separate worlds, and you are. So that was one of the questions that came forward. And this is the first gateway that I could feel the trigger coming, and I was able to shift it and avoid it. So I've been on this journey and knowing about the triggers since 2012. So just be really patient with all of yourselves about how well you're doing, because it can just come in a wave, and it can just come crashing down on you. You might be doing really well, and then suddenly you're flipped over and you're upset and you're crying and you don't know why, and you're like, why isn't this person in my life? And it just goes on, and something just triggers something in our energy field, our ego, and everything gets triggered. So the gateways do this. It's a huge time for triggers. And so if you have been going through periods of anger or tears or any of that, be very patient with yourself and just know it's a learning process, and that you're all having the tools to get through it. So I remember, and the solar flares accentuate that as well. Okay, so the solar flares are going to continue until the 26th. We're officially in Mercury retrograde now as of yesterday, so that as well is putting a twist on everything. Mercury retrogrades, typically that planet, when it goes into retrograde, impacts our electronics and Wi-Fi, but it also it sort of helps us reflect and review everything. So you might have souls come in from the past, or you'll start to see patterns come in from your past. I've already had a couple. It's been fascinating to me, and I just gently stepped over them. They're like little tests from the universe to make sure that we've got like everything checked off so we can move forward. Okay, so Mercury will be in retrograde till about the 15th of April. So just again, also be patient with your electronics and the internet. But yes, the gateway is going to go on till the 28th. Solar flares approximately till then as well. So you might feel moody, you might feel depressed, you might have tears and anger that just come out of nowhere. Just remind yourself you're being triggered. And what can you do to shift that for yourself? Sometimes you just have to let the emotion out, and then you can find something to move it. Like my best friend is nature, and going for walks in nature, or going outside for a walk. What I noticed last week was sometimes I was too tired to do that. So I went to a sea salt bath and I did a meditation instead, and that also worked. So any sort of balance, any tool that you can use that makes you happy, and shift the tools up, because sometimes the same tool over and over again doesn't work. Like maybe meditating every single day isn't beneficial if it's not helping you move through your triggers. Okay, so I just wanted to remind you about that. But big gateways, this came through. Big gateways equal big triggers. So this is a big gateway. See my voice trying to talk. This is a big gateway to try and get through in one piece. All right. And basically what I did was I pulled chakra cards to see where the divine feminine and the divine masculine are at. And divine feminines, a lot of you who've come through the gateway. Divine masculine, some of you still are working through your tests to come through. So that as well will feel energetically like a huge pull. Not all masculines, but there are some masculines that haven't come through the gateway yet. So I wanted to share that, okay? And then I've got a whole bunch of, I think what I'll do is I'll just go through the cards, and then I've got a whole bunch of other notes. So, chakra message for all you divine feminines right now is, I love this, it's Shamuel. It says cherish. It is the 11th chakra. So many of you are receiving your divine feminine codes, like more of you, more of your higher self coming in. I did get a big hit about it's all about self-love mastery right now for all of us. So cherish yourself, take care of yourself as if you have that amazing person in your life that you wish for. We cannot seek that kind of love from these type of partnerships. We can experience it, but they too are going through their own self-love mastery. So we have to, like, what can you do to make yourself feel loved? That's the key right now. Look at, there she is. She's got her little child. That's your inner child. What can you do right now to make your inner child feel awesome? Okay. The 11th chakra is a big chakra. It is a lot of, for those of you who are starseeds, you're receiving a lot of starseed codes right now and more information about your star families coming in. So this is a big activation. It's not just, I mean, I always show the 12th chakra, but this one specifically for feminines, you're getting a lot of, you're quantum jumping. Your consciousness is expanding at a huge rate. And the masculines right now are in catch-up mode, okay? Not all masculines, because some divine masculines, the situation is flipped. Some divine masculines are awake and they're feminines, not as caught up. So this is just an overall general. The tarot message is number 13, transformation. You can't make this up. That's what we're all doing. Caterpillars to butterflies. That's what I was reminded of. Number 13. So number 3 in the tarot is the Empress. I believe the number 1 is Magician. I'm trying to remember because I don't have my cards with me. And that's manifestation. So you're at a point of choosing what you want your life to look like, what you want your next steps to be. You're going through a huge transformation, and that requires hydration, good food, exercise, rest, meditation, nature, being kind and compassionate with yourself. Now, 3 plus 1 is 4, which is the Emperor. Okay, so I just feel like the message is for those of you who wish to be reunited with your twin flame, or you wish for a sacred partnership, you're going through that transformation to prepare yourself for it, okay? So just like I said, be patient with the process. Masculines are working on their throat chakra and balance. So see the difference? So feminines, you're getting huge upper chakra activations. You're being connected up. Some masculines the throat chakra is so important. It's one of the chakras that we don't realize how important it is. But a lot of souls on the planet don't have their throat chakra fully activated. For the throat chakra to be activated, that activates our upper abilities, our intuitive abilities. So for some masculines, they don't have this yet. So they're not playing on the same field, basically. So balance is key. So feminines as well, balance is so key right now in your life. If you've got a lot of stress in your life and you need to sort of figure out some ways to balance that out. And this is going to reflect for the masculines and masculines too. Masculines, if you're watching or you'll watch this later, balance is key in your life. Some form of meditation, take some things off your plate. And the throat chakra is also about, I always share this, the mantra is choose peace in every moment. If you're in the middle of a conversation with someone and it starts to get heated, you can choose to excuse yourself and leave. That's choosing peace in every moment. We don't always have to share our truth with everyone in every single moment. Sometimes we have to save our voice and just go within and go, I'm just going to leave. That's peaceful if I leave the situation. But what I feel for masculines too is you're being shown the truth. You know the truth, but maybe you're not accepting it or sharing it to yourself. You're not, and once you accept what the truth is, once you're being shown what the truth is, you know in your heart what your truth is. You have to make some choices, and that's going to be using your voice to make your choices, okay? So for masculines to stay in balance, there's some choices that you need to make, and I feel too, this is part of the test that masculines that you're going through right now, to be able to open up your throat, to be able to open up your abilities and to move forward and to go through the gateway, okay? The next message for the masculine that came through is number 4, firm foundation. This is the root chakra. The root chakra is about dissolving ego and leaving the matrix and coming over to, into the heart, into the new earth, into the 5D. So a lot of masculines, you are dissolving ego right now, and that will be triggers. So souls are being triggered on both sides. So feminines, if you're in a twin flame union, and even if you're not with your twin and your twin is getting triggered, that's going to trigger you as well. So that did come through, that ego is being dissolved through this gateway for both feminine and masculine. For masculines to be the emperor, they have to know that they have an ego and start releasing themselves from the old belief systems. So, and it's a number 4, and 4 is the emperor. Okay. Cards for everyone overall, and you can't make this up. Kick butt portal. There's Metatron, the 12th chakra. So we're still receiving a lot of diamond light code activations, magenta, rainbow, whatever is on for you as an individual, because remember, we're all doing this ascension to be sovereign beings. And for many of you, you're still receiving a lot of activations. And it did come through. This is a big gateway. Big gateway often means big triggers to help us propel forward, okay? And the message for all of us is patience and planning. Now, what I love about this card, look at it's the 2 pillars, okay? So it's 2 sovereign beings. It's the twins. It's the 2 partners, both being patient with themselves, and your higher selves are working with you. But this is a great, fantastic time to what do you wish to manifest? What do you wish to occur in your reality over the coming months and years? Do you want to start your own business? What is your soul mission? Do you want to manifest that partnership? Where do you want to live? Is it abundance? Like all of these things. Do you wish to live somewhere else, travel, that sort of thing? So, dream big, and patience and planning on both sides. All right. So I did hear, even before this card came forward, that patience is a big component of this gateway. So again, divine feminines, you're receiving a lot of upper chakra activations. The divine masculines are integrating and working on their physical template, their original chakra template. So they can't be at the same vibration or the same level until they go through their own tests and awaken, all right? And for you divine masculines, hang in there. So many of you are leaping forward. I did get the message. This was a big gateway for masculines, for a big level of masculine consciousness to expand and shift and change, all right? And so many have already, but I'm just talking like on a global level. On a global level, it's going to start to be more noticeable, okay? All right, so let me just see. What else? So for masculines, the message that came through is it's time to release and let go of things that aren't serving you. A need to release and make choices about what you need to let go of. Declutter. And this is for feminines as well, but specifically for masculines, I feel like that will help you move forward. We're choice makers. I remember Wayne Dyer shared this years ago when I saw him speak. We are choice makers. There's nothing, we can't hide from our choices. We can't run around and be crazy busy all the time and hide for our choices. We do eventually have to make a choice and choose to be happy. First, choose to be happy and choose to let go of things that are no longer serving you. And I know in the past for myself, like the message declutter came in, let go of some physical things that aren't serving you anymore, that's tying up your energy. That will allow new to come in, new inspiration, new ideas. And also it will allow you to free up your energy and be free. Okay. What else? Yep. And move forward. That's what I found. I'm just trying to read my writing. It'll free up your energy and help you move forward. Okay. So that's the key right now. The key for all of us is we want to move forward and live happier lives. And for those feminines or masculines, if you're in a karmic situation and you're not happy, that as well at some point is going to be a choice for you, because the other person won't be happy either. And everyone has someone that they can be with they'll be happier with, that will be the same vibration. So that's usually, it's like everyone is moving, the checkers are being moved around on the checkerboard basically. So at some point, if you're in a partnership and you know that it's not making you happy and the other person isn't happy, at some point a choice needs to be made around that. But it's also not just about the big things like that. It might be about your job, or it might be about where you live, or it might be about your tribe. You might also have a tribe that doesn't make you happy, and you might need to spend some time alone, so you can call in your true soul tribe, okay? Divine feminines, like I said, you've been receiving a lot of galactic, a lot of divine codes coming in. You're going through a huge transformation. And also the words that came forward for divine feminines: patience, stay in balance, self-love, mastery, and to really nurture yourself at this time, okay? We can't expect anyone else to nurture us anymore. It's up to us to know what we need and what we can take care of ourselves. And I wrote for you all, it's the huge kick butt portal. So I wanted to share that with you. And, so number 7, I think I might have shared this. The number 7 on this card is about, the 7 is about our spiritual journey. It's a reminder that no matter what we're doing on our day-to-day basis, we're shining our light, we're sharing our light, and we're all on our spiritual journey at this time. And that's like a big first step for a lot of you. And then the next step is like, okay, why am I here? What I came here to serve. I have gifts, all of that. Oh yeah. This is why I write down what comes in. So this is like the 2 pillars it came through. It's the 2 pillars of love. And, each pillar has to love themselves, and know what makes them happy and know themselves. And then before they can become the 2 pillars of love. So I thought that was really beautiful and I wanted to share that with everyone. So that's what came through. Okay. Let me see. All right, so I wrote down the themes. Thank you, everyone who had sessions this week. I'm in gratitude for all of you. I wrote down the themes for this week were a lot of karma clearing, a lot of Akashic healing. So a lot of us are releasing family belief systems, clearing bloodlines. And what are bloodlines? Bloodlines are the generational patterns and thought forms that we chose when we chose our family. So when we incarnate, we come into the body and we grab everything from the Akashic records, not just for our experiences, but also whatever family we chose to incarnate with, we grabbed all of that as well. So that's called family bloodlines. And I've been doing a lot of clearing for souls around that as well. I started doing that for myself about a month ago. That goes down all the generations. And even if you don't know your mother or your father, there's energies that don't really want to move forward, which is fascinating to me. I didn't realize that. So I go through when I go through this session, what I do is I help to sort of untangle what you can move forward with, and then the rest just stays back on the old earth grid. So that, a lot of Akashic healing this week. So thank you all very much. And what else came forward? There's just a real difference right now between the divine feminines and divine masculines, and that's okay. That's actually where we're kind of supposed to be at this time. Masculines are catching up, but they're just, masculines, if you're watching, some of you are just that little bit behind, and it's more to do with your energetic setup. So as females, we got a different energetic blueprint than the masculines, and not just genetic. We got a different sort of, connection to source and all of that. So masculines, so what's happening is we're blending both. So feminines are getting a little bit more of the new masculine template. Masculines, you're getting more of the new feminine template. So it's just an adjustment period. So for the time being, feminines or those of you who have feminine energy that you relate more to that, you're a little bit ahead of the game because that's where you're supposed to be. More feminine energy needs to be within all of us and on the planet. We're bringing that in, and then we're sharing our light and our gifts with the planet, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And then masculines, you're catching up now. I got the message, divine masculines, we're going to start catching up at the beginning of 2017, and it's game on. It's game on for all of you, and your leaps and bounds awakening. I have so many masculines messaging me now saying, why am I seeing colors? I'm awake, my twin's not. And, I want those oracle cards. So it's just, we're living in a really awesome time, and we all came here for this time. And it's going to be just, we're moving forward now. It's getting better and better. And that's it. The other message that came through is that some divine masculines are still you're going through your processes and your tests, and you haven't quite come through the gateway, so you're integrating, okay? I can't stress enough, if you're tired, if you're so tired you can't do a lot, then don't do a lot and rest, because that is your higher self and your team working with you. So we do upgrade in our sleep. So if you need to sleep, sleep, and then it will leave in a few days. I know I did have someone message me saying, when will the fatigue leave? I had about a 2-week stretch of fatigue. This is the longest time I've been in that sort of gateway energy for a long time. So that's how I know it's a big gateway, but it will integrate. Okay. But if you don't sleep, you'll be forced to sleep. So again, it's a choice. Okay. Let me just make sure that I got everything for everyone. I think I did. I'll just talk a little bit about the main chakras that everyone's activating right now. So I know, okay, where is it? I know I've talked about the ones specifically. So for everyone, we're still receiving a lot of diamond light codes. A lot of you are starting to activate your 12th chakra. This is your consciousness expanding, and this is you receiving light codes from the galactic center and source. This is your higher self coming into your body. It's the diamond light codes that people talk about, all right? For masculines, your main chakra at this point is the throat chakra. So you're being shown the truth, and you're to take that and speak the truth to yourself and to others, and that helps you move forward. For the feminines, you're receiving a lot of galactic codes, so maybe more information about your star family, more of your divine feminine intuitive abilities, healing abilities, etc. That's coming forward. And it's sort of like what happens is a week from now, a concept that you couldn't even relate to a month ago, suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, diamond light codes. Yeah, I totally know that that's what's happening. That's what happens. And it's so subtle that we just wake up one morning and it's like all the pieces are in place. Okay. For many of you, you're activating your soul star, or you're going through healing the soul star. The soul star is this chakra. It's related to releasing karma, family karma, past lives, closing and collapsing timelines. This also includes if you have been on the twin flame journey for a while and you've done so much healing, there very well could still be parallel timelines that your twin is running or you're running that's conflicting. So I've been doing lots of healing with everyone around. That's the soul star, Akashic healing that's been happening for some of you. And some of you are activating or trying to activate your Earth star. The Earth star is how our energetic body connects to the new Earth grid. It's a new chakra. It's what the bloodlines can clog. So if we're trying to start our soul mission, but we have family belief system bloodlines that are saying, no, we don't believe in money or whatever it could be. That's just an example. That has to be cleared out. So I've been doing a lot of that for clients, but the Earth Star carries your template for your soul mission and also for new abundance. And it is our connection to the new Earth grid. Everything sort of shifted, I would say, after the solar eclipse. It's like after the solar eclipse, what happened was, many of us were kind of halfway in between the 3D matrix grid and the new Earth grid. And we're like half of us were plugged in over here and the other half here. So some of the Akashic healing that I'm doing is just allowing you and your team to unplug as much as we can from 3D so you're fully over manifesting on 5D. It's been a bit tricky. For some of us, it took a little bit even for me to start to do the shift, to realize I had shifted over. It's like we didn't get the manual. So that's what's happening right now, is that the some of the old energy from the bloodlines isn't very keen on moving over to the new Earth grid. So that's some of the stuff that I do in some of the Akashic sessions. But I want to just let you know that that's going really well, that the sessions are very gentle and peaceful, and a lot of souls are doing a lot better. And I appreciate that I'm able to facilitate and help whoever needs help with that. Finally, again, how I started. Patience is required. And for you, if you're on your twin flame journey, yes, be patient with that. If you're a starseed, just remember you're just learning about being a starseed. And a lot of our abilities, our intuitive abilities, are coming online gradually as well. So your third eye is not going to go flying open if it's not time and if it's not beneficially to you, if it's not emotionally beneficial. You all have one ability that you use already. Your intuition is your heart. Your heart is your GPS. It is your guidance. And there's still some things on the planet, I'll just put nicely, that a lot of us don't need to see yet, but that's shifting. And the closer and closer and the higher vibration we go, you'll be able to see more. You know, a couple of years ago, I didn't see colors, and now I do. So that's what I'm saying. Everything is coming gradually, okay? So patience, patience, patience. That's all I can say for all of you. And just really take good care of yourselves. The gateway, like I said, will continue until the 28th. Some of you might still be integrating. I can still hear my voice still sounds funny. So my throat chakra is still being recalibrated. If any of you are interested in your own reading or session, I still have the half-price sessions off, including the Akashic healing is even less than that. So get in touch with me, contact me, email me if you do not understand my website, because it's still under construction. And I would love to have a session or a reading with you if you're being called to work with me. So I don't know if anybody has any questions. I didn't see anything, but I will just go through the comments and just check. But if anyone has a question or you just want to share how you've been doing, I hope everyone's doing well and you've had a good week. I'm just trying to think. I do want to share with you all too that there was, just before the gateway for me, and you might all have been experiencing this week, we were collapsing timelines, and some of us were experiencing some not very nice things from the astral plane or 4D, okay? So some souls like to dabble in 4D and like to go to the astral plane. Those of us that are doing work beyond that, I always set the intention to go to 5D or higher when I'm going to sleep, okay? So just know if you're having nightmares or if you're not sleeping, you want to ask to go to 5D or higher. You don't want to go to the astral plane. The astral plane is where a lot of energies that are lower vibrational hang out. And it's also if souls are trying to ascend, if they've transcended out of their body and they're trying to ascend, they might get stuck there. So it's not a good place to hang out. It was years and years ago. It was where we were told we were supposed to go. But we don't need to go there now. And it's smaller and smaller and smaller. And some of us haven't gone to 4D for a long time. Like I haven't. But what's interesting is when the timelines were collapsing and the gateway was opening, I had a night there where I hardly slept, because I kept having all these weird kind of nightmarish dreams, and that wasn't normal for me. So it was the next morning that I was, you know, talking to my higher self saying what's going on, and I heard like timelines were collapsing, and some of us kind of got stuck in the 4D stuff. So I just want to share that all with you, that if you're having nightmares, ask to go to 5D and higher, okay? And always ask to connect with your higher self and your team of light. Thank you, Twin Minds. I'm glad that you all could join in. All right, everyone, have a beautiful Friday. I don't know if I'll be on this weekend. I never know until I'm guided to be on. But again, if you would like to book a session or reading, come and check out my specials, and I will see and be back soon for another live. Take care, everyone. Bye.